Good morning, Fruit and Sport subscribers. Today's subject is my number one tip for improving your health. I'm not a doctor. This is all from personal experience and my research. My research as far as secular research and also the things I've learned from the Bible. Although the Bible is not a health book, it does state things that can help us figure out the best food for us and to keep us healthy. Basically, here it is in a nutshell. The thing that destroyed my health more than anything else. I was functional most of my life, but with a lot of physical problems. And the number one thing that causes physical problems, in my mind, from my research, is fat. The consumption of too much saturated fats. And that includes nuts and seeds and avocados, even the good ones, okay? The so-called good ones. You can't overdo the avocados, the nuts, and the seeds. Right now, I'm eating a diet that is 5%, just 5% of my daily caloric intake from fats. Yes, we need some fat, but there's fats in almost everything. Everything has fats. Oranges, watermelons have fat. Okay, so that's the number one thing. Too much saturated fat. I had so many problems. I had fissures. Oh, extremely painful to do a bowel movement. Hemorrhoids. I had stiffness. My joints were so stiff. At one point, I had frozen shoulder. I couldn't lift this arm up to even toss the ball to continue with my profession. As a tennis professional, I needed to toss to be able to serve. And this stiffness I had in the joints, other things, I would get flus and colds. Oh man, 4 or 5 times, 6 times every year. Sinus problems. I couldn't breathe through my nose. I had poor oxygen and blood flow, low energy levels, and breathing. I wasn't breathing that great. In a long rally in tennis or in basketball, I used to play a lot of basketball. I would get winded so much. So why is it that fat causes such big problems? Because it causes congestion. All right, congestion is the big problem. It's been known that too much saturated fat causes heart disease, diabetes, and cancer because it inhibits the natural function of these organs. The insulin can no longer pick up the sugar and bring it to the cells, so it gets stuck in the bloodstream. You have diabetes. Why does that happen? Why does it inhibit? Because everything's coated with fat. There's too much fat in the system. So the other thing, it blocks arteries, heart disease. It becomes so clogged up in our arteries, it stops the blood flow to the heart. You have a heart attack. My grandfather at 53, who was a super athlete, the guy was amazing, dropped dead, boom, the widow maker. He had it at 53. And that's too early to be getting these things. But that's the thing. He was on a high-fat diet. He was eating meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, it's just, yes, the Bible says that we can eat meat after the flood. When Noah came out, there was no fruits and vegetables. Everything had been devastated. So now he could eat the animals for survival. That was for survival. It wasn't the healthiest for us when overdone. Yes, if you're in a pinch, I mean, if I was up in the Arctic, up at the North Pole, yeah, I would eat some fish or some blubber, whatever you want to call it. You know, I'd eat it, yeah, to survive. But it's not the optimal food. And when I eliminated high fat from my diet, everything got better. My bowel movements got better. My digestion got better. My breathing got better. My stiffness improved. I can move my shoulder now. The flus and colds went away. I rarely get sick, rarely. The energy levels are back. And at 76, still teaching tennis, I am so thankful to God that I found this way of eating. And that's why I share it. I share it because it's helped me so much. I know it can help others. Now we look at the internet, you know, we see these guys, some of them have MD after their name and they're promoting this carnivore diet. And my feeling is, you know, I don't condemn anyone because God allows it. If you want to eat meat, that's fine. But again, the reason I'm sharing this, is that it's helped me so much to eliminate meat from my diet. But here's my feeling about the carnivore diet. It will catch up with you sooner or later. Many of these people that are on carnivore, yes, they improve. Of course they improve because they're not eating the processed junk anymore. They're just eating meat and maybe a little fruit, and that's it. So of course you're going to feel better. You're not eating all that processed junk and glutens and oils and stuff like that. But I still feel that it will catch up with you as you go. Once you hit your 60s, 70s, and more, you're going to start to feel the effects of too much saturated fats. So another reason the Bible clearly shows that, you know, fruits and vegetations are our natural foods because it was designed by the Creator. When He first created Adam and Eve, He gave them fruits and vegetation. And He said, after He created that, it was very good. He used that word, very good. When He gave the animals to Noah, when he came out of the ark, He didn't say it was very good. My personal opinion is that I think it was given for survival, and that's it. For survival, but not for optimal health. Of course, God wants people to survive. He wants people to keep living, but I don't think it's optimal. Another reason found in the Bible, this was an interesting account. The Apostle Paul, in his day in the early congregation, some of the brothers were offended because other brothers were eating meat that was sacrificed to idols. And that's why they were offended, because meat was okay to eat, but it was the fact that it was sacrificed to an idol that it offended some of the brothers who were buying that meat that was later sold in the market after it had been used for this sacrifice to an idol. And the Apostle Paul, he said, if that's the case, I'll stop eating meat altogether. So what he was basically saying there is, I don't really need meat. I can live off fruits and vegetables. I'm going to survive. And that's the case. You will survive. You'll actually do better. My personal opinion, from my own experience And from my research, my secular research, and just the different things I said about the Bible. Now, I know the Bible is not a health book, but it does touch on certain things that give us an inkling of, what is the best diet. So, and that's the reason I'm sharing. I want to let people know what I've learned from personal experience to help people that want better health and less suffering. We see so much suffering, and a lot of it can be eliminated just by making simple changes. So, there you have it. I've been talking about this for 16 years now, and do people listen? Some do, and that's why I'm still here. Some understand where I'm coming from. It's not from, oh, my diet's better than yours. Oh, you're an idiot because you eat meat. It's not that. No, I respect, and I do not condemn anyone that eats meat. I'm just sharing this because this has worked for me, and it's helped me so much that I want to let others know too. Maybe it can help you. So that's basically it. And if you cut back on your fats, I think you're going to see a huge difference in how you feel. Yes, you can go through some detox symptoms, because anytime you change your diet, you may go through detox. So you may start eliminating some of that fat. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that, people tend to like bigness, okay? People like to be big, muscles and but what I've found is that when you go low fat, yes, you lose the fat, and you also lose the water retention that you're holding because you're eating too much saturated fat, and you get big. But is it real strength, real muscle? Sometimes it can be, but a lot of times I've seen people that are huge not as strong as someone who's thin. And people in society today are afraid. Many people don't want to look thin. Oh, what's wrong with you? Do you have cancer or something? Or, people start talking, oh, he doesn't look well. He's so gaunt in his face, and he looks too thin, because we've become accustomed to being overweight. And a lot of that comes from the fats. And, basically, when you think about meats and fish and things like that, they all have to be seasoned, right? That's really what you're tasting, because fat does not have much taste. Yes, it can be satiating, but it doesn't have taste. So if you take whole plant foods and put the same condiments or spices that you put on your meat or your fish, you're going to have the same tastes, but you're going to have less saturated fat in your body, which will help you feel better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been rambling here, and I just wanted to let you all know my number one tip, and that is it, without a doubt. Cut back on the saturated fats, and you will do better. It's almost guaranteed. You're going back to the original diet that was given to us, the optimal. And that's another thing that this channel is about. It's not condemning anyone. It's not trying to say, oh, I've got this, I'm doing so much better than you, or whatever. No, it's not about that. It's about just letting people know, from my experience and research, this is the way to go. And I feel obligated. Yes, I do. I feel obligated to let others know. And so anyway, and that's why I've become somewhat of a health coach, you know, and I am certified in nutrition. So I think of this kind of like an occupation, okay? I don't have MD after my name, but I am a nutritionist. And so what do people do when they're looking for good diets? They go to a nutritionist. But in my mind, much of the nutrition that's promoted is not really the way to go. Much of the nutrition, because it's all connected to this system of things that promotes things that are harmful, when overdone, especially harmful. So anyway, you guys have a great one. Please give this video a like. I'm sorry for rambling so much, but I just had to get this out there and let people know that's why I'm here. And if you need any help or suggestions, just post a comment below. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot and gets the message out there that, you know, getting away from animal proteins is really long-term the best way to go. All the best. Take care.